Hey there, my name is Brian with brandstack.co, and today I'm going to show you our brand new Shopify Section image sticker. Now, this section allows you to upload an image anywhere on your website on top of already existing sections. It allows you to really add a lot of creativity, random shapes or blobs. Allows you to be a lot more creative with your design. So we've already purchased and installed this section on our website. We're here on the back end. We're going to click Online Store and then click Customize on the theme where you've already installed the section. And then you can navigate to wherever you want to add the image sticker. For us today, we're going to add it right here on the home page, right here in the header. So we can go to the left-hand side and click Add Section. Now this is going to bring up all the available sections. You can search for the word image or sticker image and click that, and it will add it to your theme. Now, pay attention because you'll notice that this actually didn't add any pixels or any space to your website. Now that is intentional because again, this image is going to be overlaid on top of already existing sections. Within the section itself, there's only 3 settings. There's this option to make the section full width, and we're going to come back to this in a minute. There's the ability to hide this entire section, all the images within this section, on desktop or on mobile. Now to actually add an image, we're going to click Add Sticker. And you'll see that it adds this default yellow blob shape that we've added by default. Now before I show you anything, I'm gonna just play with the desktop settings here to bring it a little bit more front and center right there so that we can actually see these settings as we go through them. First and foremost, we have the ability to upload a custom image. Like I said, this yellow image will be there by default, but you can click here and you can upload any image that you'd like. So for example, we have this blue squiggle and it's going to be added right there. And then we can play with our animation settings. By default, it's going to be on no rotation. This means that when I scroll, it's just static. It sits there, still very cool, but it doesn't catch the eye quite as well. And it really just depends on what you're going for. The next option is constantly rotate. And this just adds a little bit of constant rotation to that image. It really draws the eye. And this opens up 2 more additional options. The first is speed. We can either speed up that rotation, make it go really fast, or make it go really slow. And then we can also change the direction of the image itself. Reverse the direction. Now, these 2 settings only apply to this constantly rotate option. The third option here is rotate while scrolling. You'll see that while I'm sitting here and it's just not moving, it's just static. But when I scroll on the page, it rotates as I scroll. Now, again, these options don't apply here. When I scroll down, the image is going to move left. When I scroll up, the image is going to move right. So once in a while, sometimes these settings don't update automatically. If you find that they're not updating, just make sure you click Save. The page will automatically refresh and your changes should be viewable. So for the sake of this next section, I'm going to change it back to no rotation to show you this next little area. We have our block settings next. Now we can hide this on desktop and on mobile. That is a little bit different than the section because let's say we have multiple stickers here. I have this sticker and this sticker. I can now choose to hide individual stickers on their own on desktop or mobile, whereas this one within the section settings will hide all of the stickers in that section on desktop or mobile. And then we have the ability to rotate negative 50 pixels left or 50 pixels to the right. And this just changes the starting point of that image. So if you'll see here, this is 0, right there. And we can change the rotation to be left or right from here. Next, we can play with the desktop and then the mobile settings. Now, this is really cool because for one sticker, we have completely different vertical, horizontal, and width options for both desktop and mobile. First, we're going to play with the desktop version. So first, right off the bat, and you kind of already saw me play with these, we can change the width or the size of the image. So let's have it about right there. And let's say we want to add this image right to my shoulder right here. So we can move the horizontal position until it's right over my shoulder, and then we can play with the vertical position. Now we have a lot of pixels here to play with. So really we can make this section go really high up on the page, or really, really low down. Talking's hard, but really, really far down on the page. And this really means that we can do so many things. We can really add this image anywhere we want on our website. But again, for this, we want it right over my shoulder. Let's put it at about 400 looks good. So it's right there on my shoulder. We have it on, so this is kind of what I was talking about. We have it on no rotation, but it's still rotating when I scroll. Just make sure you click save. It'll auto refresh, and now you see that it is static when I'm scrolling. And next we can hop over to mobile and then do the same thing on mobile. We can change the sticker width, we can change the horizontal position, and then we can change the vertical position, again, to make it right over my shoulder. And this can be a little finicky just because there are so many pixels to play with, which is a good thing. We can go a little bit lower here. 260, that looks pretty good. The last thing I want to show you is playing with the full width versus the container width. So by default, this section is fixed to your container. Now, if we come to theme settings and click layout, you'll see that my page width is fixed to 1400 pixels. I like to use that as a starting point for all my websites. I just find that that's a really good width. So when I click full screen here, it doesn't matter the screen size because it's only based on the container width, meaning right here all the way over to right here. So if I scroll down this page, almost everything is within that container width. But let's say I wanted this image based on the screen size. If I wanted this image all the way over here, we could come back to the section settings and say, make this full width. And now, if I go back to the sticker, it's set to 80 on the horizontal position, and that's going to be about 80% across on the screen size, regardless of what size of screen you're viewing it on. So if I hit full screen here, you'll see that it doesn't stay in the same location, and that's because it's based on screen size now and not the container width. For the sake of this, again, I'm going to keep it at full width, just because I like it to stay consistent across different screen sizes. Basically, as I change the screen size here, this image, as long as I've set it up correctly, it should stay on my right shoulder pretty consistently across different screen sizes. So that is it. Again, you can come here, you can add multiple stickers and make sure that it works for your needs. We can change the vertical, horizontal position. And I can't wait to see what you build with this awesome section. Thank you so much for checking out brandstack.co.